Hi, my name is Joy Miller, and I've attended the Orville Grace Brethren Church since I was 2 years old. I've been very blessed to grow up in a Christian family and to attend a great church for most all of my life. But, as all of you know, just attending church or growing up in a Christian family doesn't make you a Christian. I knew that since I was young, but I think somewhere along the way, I knew it in my head, but it didn't really sink in all the way to my heart. And when I was 6 years old, my family was listening to the Unshackled radio broadcast done by Pacific Garden Mission in Chicago. It was a family tradition for us to listen to that every Saturday night. And one night, when we were listening to that, the story just really hit home to me. And I went to bed that night and I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about the man in the story and how he had sinned and how he was destined for a place called hell because he had never accepted Jesus as his Savior. And I thought, you know, I've done things wrong. I've disobeyed my parents. I've been mean to my brother. There's other things I've done wrong, and I am destined for a place called hell. So that night in my bed, I prayed and said, Lord, please come save me from hell. And as the next morning I got up, not much changed because I was 6. And because I still had to do the same things I had to before, I still had to obey my parents. And so not much changed in my life. And as the years went on, I kind of slid into whatever I wanted to do was good. Go to church on Sunday morning. The rest of the time, I would do what I wanted. And in junior high, I started having really bad panic attacks. I would be alone by myself somewhere and couldn't find my family, and I would just get this hot flash almost of fear that the rapture had happened and had left me behind. And it was awful. These panic attacks would happen, and I would quote Bible verses to myself, and I would settle myself down and go on. And then they would happen again. And this cycle just kept happening and happening, and I didn't know why. And one day, at a conference in 2007, I believe it was, I was in one of the sessions, and Pastor Dave Blevins was talking about if we have 100% assurance that we would spend eternity in heaven. And as I sat there, I couldn't say that. I couldn't say I had 100% assurance. I was having all these panic attacks, and I just couldn't say that. So after the session, I went and found my mom, and I said, Mom, we gotta talk. So we went back to our room, and as we talked, and it was actually at Antiochian Village, actually, years ago, right here in this very building where you guys are listening to this, that I went up to my room with my mom, and we talked, and I said, Lord, I will do whatever you want with me. And as we were talking, I realized that it was because I hadn't put the Lord first in my life, and I didn't spend time with Him praying, I didn't read my Bible very much, and because of that, there had just become a wall between God and I, or kind of a chasm, and because of that, the devil was able to get a foothold there and cause all these fears in my life. And so that day I said, okay, Lord, I'll do whatever you want, and I rededicated my life to the Lord on that day, and I thank the Lord so much that He is a God of second chances, and that He can be the Savior of my life to save me from hell, but also the Lord of my life, and can direct me in any way He pleases.